want to do a quick update video here. I think most of you have been watching. I've been picking up blowdown all summer so far, and I started working on the biggest stuff and the stuff the most value that was going to spoil. And I've whittled my way all the way down to working on some small fir now. And if you watched last summer, I was going back through some PCT and capturing some fir and trying to thin the crop trees out and whatnot. And then subsequent to that, in December, we had a major wind event, and it was pretty bad. So anyway, this is some of the result of that. Had quite a bit of blowdown in some spots within this thinning. You can see it scattered out through there. So I'm going back through and starting to pick it up now. And I mean, there's not a lot of volume, but it's enough that I want to come get it. So the bad news is it blew over, and me thinning it probably didn't help the wind firmness, obviously, but a lot of it was fir. You can see this is fir right here that I tried to leave in the residual to kind of hold the stand together, and that blew over pretty easily. Then a fair amount of the spruce blew over, but there's still some spruce left, and the pine stood pretty well. So here's the pine tree that stayed. Those two pine there were fine, and the hardwood was fine. And it's kind of in areas. So this was like one of the worst areas that got hit. It's not giant, but there's a patch that blew over. Then there'd be fine. Then another patch blew over, and then there'd be scattered trees throughout it. But even in the areas I didn't thin, like down towards that edge, you can see I didn't get into that last year. Just ran out of time. I mean, there's blowdown in there too. So anyways, yeah, we're going to salvage it best we can. The good news is that there was enough light in here where there's a fair amount of little seedlings coming along, and they seem to be established well enough. Between that and it was wet last summer, and we're getting enough rain this summer, so that they're not drying out too bad under the sudden light. Doesn't appear. It's mostly fir, but that's what it was before. And if we can keep a component of softwood in it, that's kind of the goal. And there's definitely some spruce in it. It comes and goes, and there's some pine. There's a little pine, a couple pine seedlings here, but you can see some more fir. And I think there's probably more than you realize, kind of underneath all this stuff. And it's small enough where most of that will survive as I pick this blowdown up. But it's another fir tree here. And then you see I get in areas like this, and that's a spruce. That's a spruce. And you can see there's a little mix of spruce and fir out there. None of it's real big, so it doesn't add up very good. But like I said, maybe it's mostly pride, but I just want to come pick it up. And so I'm hitting the areas obviously with the highest density at first, and then working my way out and picking up the kind of individual stuff. And I'm sure I'll leave a couple that are stranded out there. But anyway, so that's what we got going on. That's what I'm gonna be working on. But you can see up front of me there, I did work through that area, and that seemed to stand up okay. Some of it snapped off. There's that one there that snapped off, but it seemed like a lot of it uprooted. The fir might have snapped off more just because it had rot in it. Just tends to be that way. And like I said, that was kind of the edge right down there where I got to the thinning last year. And as you can see, that stood up a lot better. There's individual trees in there. So anyway, we're just out kind of making a plan, seeing the best way to attack this. And it did blow kind of one direction from kind of to the north. It blew to the north. So it kind of has things go in the right direction, but as you can see, it's a little bit crisscrossed here too. But there's not a whole lot to work around either in terms of residual trees right out here. So it's not too bad to pick up, just small. But all right, well, we're working around the heat a little bit, trying to get this stuff picked up. So we've this is the last area I got to clean up for blowdown though. So we're getting there. Alrighty, we'll get to work. Here we are back, picking up that blowdown. Timberjack 208. One tree at a time. It's a little bit of a slow process, but Get what you can get. Go with that, come back and get another one. The other problem, it's been a little bit hot and humid lately. Not ideal for this. Okay, keep on trucking. That adds up slow. Anyway, got all the big spruce, big pine picked up, so now I'm down to this. Party's over, I guess. Pick up the mess. I showed you the other day, there's a fair amount of small fir hiding under this stuff. So I think that'll take off. That's the good news. A few pine in the mix. Spruce, fir, pine, a little spruce right here. So I think it'll be all right. It'll come back, but still, was real excited about it. The local co-op, electric co-op, just came out with a statistic, said that was the most damaging storm in their history in terms of damage to their infrastructure that took place around here. So probably should feel pretty good I got any trees standing. But anyway, we'll get this picked up. Slow and steady. Spruce pretty sound, obviously. There's a couple on top of spruce. The fir comes and goes whether it's sound or not, but a couple more spruce here on the outside. This hitch here was a little heavier to spruce. Alrighty, headed up to the landing. Just wanted to show you guys a spot where, I don't know why this blew over. Yeah, I cut some fir in here, but these spruce they're well crowned. They had these pine right next to them, right around them, and they still blew over. And those are well crowned trees. And again, they're right up, they're kind of in a closed little spot right here. Those ones there, those stood up, but so I don't know. It's almost like there's little microbursts that drop down and just really knocked over anything in its path there. So unfortunately, for this area here, I reached in, picked up this fir, and left those 3, 4, 5 nice crop tree spruce, and they got blown over. So anyway, I'll head out last hitch here on this trail down here, and then I'll go up around the other side. So.